Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You catch me here this morning. Today is 18th of September, 2025, and I've written a bunch of cards. It's kind of just past 9 in the morning. I've been here since my office since 8:30, and I've written, a stack of cards. Wrote a card on journaling, my kind of thoughts today, kind of general mood, feelings, and anything that's troubling me, etc. And I've got a stack them to the side. You probably can't see at the moment. It's over there. And then I get to the point now, quite often I do this, where if I'm having a kind of, not a wobble, but a kind of concern about something, I'm trying to work things out in my own head, this question I like to ask of myself. And if you probably can't read my writing, but the question is basically, if you knew you could not fail, you would do X. So kind of fill in the blank for yourself there. So if you knew that you could do anything and you wouldn't fail, what is it that you would do? I think this is a great question, because when you kind of phrase it to yourself and have a really good think about it, you end up often in places where you don't expect. So it might be beyond your current professional life, your current work life that you do day to day, may be the answer to what you should be looking at. So it might be, as I say, something completely left field that you weren't expecting. And in writing this out, I have almost like a stream of consciousness. So what I'm going to do now is I just put the camera to film this, because I haven't filled this in today. And I'll do it periodically. And it's interesting to see where these answers change over time. So that's why, in a way, you want to keep it in your sort of Zettelkasten system, whatever you've got, your card system. And you can then check in repeatedly. But I'm going to now sit down for 5-10 minutes and kind of meditate, ponder, daydream, and just see what pops into my head in terms of this answer to this question. It may well be exactly the same answer that I gave last time, and I'd be interested to dig out and see how they compare. But I think this is a useful exercise. The daily journaling anyway, which I tend to do on cards these days. I did have previously, and I did share this, I was filling out these Rhodia books and separating the pages into kind of quarters. So you kind of have, not very great examples, you have written like kind of attach things into it. I may go back to these. I can add the cards in for the bits that I filled out, but you can see what I've kind of, I'm trying my best to do the days, like, the kind of the months, so splitting, the years, day each year. And I kind of used that, and I've got quite far. I did almost a year, and I've kind of fell off the wagon a bit with it. I kind of went on holiday and came back and did a few things, and then I'd lost time and kind of lost track of it. But I've been doing these more now, cards, on a daily basis. I can just stick those in. But as I was trying to say, it's just useful to have that, and then go through your feelings, where you're at, what's working, what isn't working, and then just to take stock and asking really opening questions like this are really, really beneficial, because it just makes you step away from the tools, step away from the day-to-day, and so really dream, and kind of dreaming is good, daydreaming is good, don't frown upon it. That's where you can unlock secrets, and you might realise that you're doing something that you probably look back over time and say, God, I wasted so much time doing that. I wish I'd just thought more broadly, more laterally, and found something that was more fulfilling. So that's kind of, I'm having my coffee and doing this right now. And it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this, because I say I'm going to sit down on my chair and have a ponder and return to this and just unleash a stream of consciousness on this card. And then I would tuck it away and revisit it and see if it lays any kind of clues for the future. So just useful little exercise, and you may want to give it a go. And please like, subscribe, and see you next time.